Hi semua. Today we will learn about ovarian and also uterine cycle. That these two cycles are controlled by hormones. Okay, so in figure here, okay, as you can see here, firstly, during puberty, hypothalamus will secrete gonadotropin releasing hormone GnRH, and this hormone will target the anterior pituitary gland, and then anterior pituitary gland will secrete FSH and LH hormone. FSH will stimulate the growing of several primary follicle until it becomes secondary and then turn to become Graafian follicle, which is the mature follicle, and then Graafian follicle will be stimulated by LH. LH will cause the Graafian follicle to burst, and then LH also stimulate the transformation of the ruptured Graafian follicle become corpus luteum. And then in this ovarian cycle, ovary will secrete two hormone, whereby the first hormone is a little bit of estrogen and progesterone, and all these ovarian hormones, estrogen and progesterone, will target uterus, and these two hormone will control the uterine cycle in the uterus. Yang saya nak bincang kat sini adalah the first cycle, which is the ovarian cycle. Okay, so saya akan bincang dulu ovarian cycle. Okay, that these all events are controlled by FSH and LH hormone. Okay, that secreted from the anterior pituitary gland. And this phase and this ovarian cycle, it contains three phases. Okay, number one is the follicular phase. Follicular phase occur for about 13 days. Okay, 13 hari follicular phase. Okay, second is the ovulation phase, whereby the secondary oocyte will be released into the upper parts of the fallopian tube. Okay, ni hari ke-14 ya, ovulation day. And then after that is the luteal phase, okay, whereby in the luteal phase, the ruptured Graafian follicle then akan turn to become corpus luteum. Okay, and this will occur corpus luteum formation ni. Okay, this will occur in the 14 days. Okay, dalam tempoh 14 hari tu corpus luteum akan form. Okay, and the corpus luteum will maintain for about 4 months. Okay, if fertilization occur. If not, it will maintain for 2 weeks only. And if fertilization occur, it will maintain for about 4 months until placenta will develop. So what we will discuss first is about the ovarian cycle. Okay, first phase, okay, is when the primordial follicle, okay, several primordial follicle here contain primary follicle inside it. Okay, as you can see here. And then what happened? Okay, the follicular cell, the granulosa cell of follicular, what we call granulosa follicle cells, okay, surround the primary follicle will grow, whereby it is stimulated by the FSH, by the follicle stimulating hormone that is secreted by the anterior pituitary gland. Okay, follicle stimulating hormone. Okay, so this hormone will stimulate the development of the granulosa follicular cells, okay, around the primary follicle. So as you can see here, okay, it will enlarge. Okay, dia akan membesar ya. Follicle granulosa cell ni semua akan membesar. Okay, and okay, this is occur for about 13 days ya. Follicle, okay, several follicle, okay, will begins, okay, to develop. Okay. And only one, okay, among the follicles, okay, only one akan proceed the enlargement, okay, the growing, hanya satu saja primary follicle yang akan develop, yang akan teruskan proses follicular phase itu, okay, until FSH stimulate the growing follicle to become mature follicle, which is the Graafian follicle. Okay, so dekat sini kalau awak tengok sini, granulosa cell ni membesar kan, sampailah dia jadi, okay, Graafian follicle here. Okay, begin to develop, okay, until it become Graafian follicle. Okay, and then, okay, phase number 2 is hari yang ke-14. Okay, kalau yang ni hari ke-1 hingga 13. Okay, ovulation day akan berlaku pada hari ke-14 ya. Ovulation day is when, okay, the Graafian follicle will rupture, okay, it will burst, and Graafian follicle, okay, burst, and then bila burst it will release, okay, and it will release, okay, dia akan melepaskan, okay, the secondary oocyte, okay, to the upper part of the, okay, oviduct. Okay, dalam kata lain dia akan melepaskan Graafian follicle ni akan burst and it will release, okay, the secondary oocyte, okay, out from the ovary and into the upper part of the oviduct. And okay, bila dah lepas, okay, nampak kat sini dia dah lepas je, okay, secondary oocyte di sini. So what happen next is the remaining, okay, of the ruptured Graafian follicle, then, okay, it will turn to become corpus luteum. So this is occur in the luteal phase. Okay, this is occur dalam hari ke-15 dan dia akan berterusan. And if fertilization does not occur, okay, corpus luteum ni akan degenerate. Okay, so ini dia berlaku dalam hari 15 ke 28. Okay, so dekat sini, okay, what happen is the development ataupun formation, ya, development ataupun kita kata formation of corpus luteum, okay, using the ruptured, okay, using the ruptured Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle yang pecah tadi, ya, akan bertukar menjadi corpus luteum. Okay, and then, okay, corpus luteum will degenerate if no fertilization occur. Okay, so awak boleh tambah dekat sini, if, okay, no fertilization, okay, so corpus luteum will degenerate. Okay, dia akan hancur dengan sendiri inilah, okay, dan dia akan menjadi corpus albicans dan dia akan degenerate. Okay, boleh faham? So dia terbahagi kepada 3 fasa lah untuk ovarian cycle. Okay, so kalau kita tengok balik, okay, di sini, okay, this is the daripada sini, okay, right, daripada sini sampai sini. Okay, this is first phase. Okay, sini adalah second phase, sini sampai sini adalah third phase. Okay, boleh faham? Alright. And apa yang kita nak tahu juga kat sini, ya, benda penting yang awak kena tahu di sini adalah during the follicular phase, okay, some of the granulosa cell, okay, the cluster of granulosa cell will become theca cells. Okay, so theca cell will release estrogen. Estrogen is there are many types of estrogen. Okay, one example of estrogen is estradiol. Okay, so maksudnya awak boleh bayangkan dekat sini, okay, estrogen tengah keluar. Okay, estrogen hormon ni dirembeskan, okay, oleh beberapa sel, kelompok-kelompok sel yang menjadi TK sel. Okay, so awak bayangkan kat sini. So kat sini banyaklah, okay, estrogen akan release. Okay, so bila release kat sini, okay, estrogen release kan? Okay, dekat fasa follicular phase ni kan? Okay, so estrogen, it will target uterus. Okay, estrogen tu akan pergi pula ke uterus. Ya, estrogen tu dikeluarkan oleh ovari kan, kat sini kan. Okay, so dia akan pergi mana? Dia akan target the uterus. Okay, faham Alright. So dekat uterus nanti apa yang berlaku? Kita akan bincang dalam uterine cycle. Okay, number 2 is dekat luteal phase. Okay, luteal phase kita tahu the formation of the corpus luteum. And one of the function of the corpus luteum, okay, dia akan secrete a little bit, okay, secrete, okay, a little bit of estrogen, but large amount of progesterone hormone. Okay, progesterone hormone. Okay, boleh faham? Itu adalah function untuk corpus luteum. Kalau kat sini kita bincang tentang TK cells. Okay, that secrete the estrogen. Okay, dekat sini kita bincang corpus luteum yang secrete a little bit of estrogen and a large amount of progesterone. So dekat sini awak bayangkan akan keluar, okay, a little bit of estrogen and juga progesterone. So dekat sini, okay, estrogen and progesterone also akan target uterus. Okay, so boleh faham? So these two hormones will target uterus and it will control the uterine cycle. Dan kalau awak ingat balik tadi saya kata FSH dan juga LH. Okay, saya lupa nak cakap dekat sini tadi. Dekat sini tadi, okay, masa follicular phase ni kan, follicular phase is stimulated by FSH, okay, that secreted from the anterior pituitary gland. Okay, dekat ovulation pula, ya, ovulation is stimulated by LH. Okay, dan dekat sini formation of corpus luteum juga, okay, is stimulated by LH. Okay, boleh faham? Okay, so itulah yang saya nak explain secara ringkas untuk ovarian cycle. Okay, jom kita sambung untuk uterine cycle. Okay, now kita akan bincang tentang uterine cycle, okay, also called as menstrual cycle ataupun kitar haid ya dalam bahasa Malaysianya. Okay, so in uterine cycle, it also has a series of changes of endometrium wall. Okay, dia akan ada satu siri perubahan pada dinding endometrium and it occurs in 28 days. Okay, average sama macam ovarian cycle. Okay, and apa yang kita kena tahu juga, it also has 3 phases. Okay, the first phase is the menstruation. Okay, menstruation phase. Okay, ataupun kita kata menstruation phase ni waktu datang bulan lah ya, datang period lah. Okay, biasanya untuk average dia akan berlaku 1 hingga hari ke-5. Okay, ada orang pergi sampai 7 hari, 8 hari. Okay, tapi biasanya dia takkan lebih daripada 15 hari lah. Ya, biasanya kalau lebih pada 15 hari, itu dah dikira sebagai darah penyakit. Okay, so average dia 5 hari. Okay, menstruation phase. Okay, di mana dekat sini berlaku menstruation flow whereby the endometrium wall will ruptured. Ya, endometrium wall ni runtuh. Maksudnya tisu-tisu dinding endometrium wall akan ruptured. Ya, so dia akan menipis lah ya. Alright. So di sini kita boleh tulis lah ya, the ruptured, okay, of endometrium wall. Okay, endometrium wall fall down. Okay, tu maksud dia ya. Sebab apa? Sebab masa ini kalau kita ikut konsep hormon ya, masa ni kenapa dia boleh fall down because due to tak ada fertilization berlaku. Okay, so corpus luteum tidak akan bertahan. Okay, after hari ke-28 corpus luteum dia akan degenerate. Okay, so no progesterone and estrogen produced. Okay, so dekat sini level of estrogen and progesterone very low. Okay, so dia tak boleh maintain ya the thickening okay of the endometrial wall. Therefore, it will rupture. Okay, alright, and then phase number 2 is the proliferative phase. So biasanya kat sini ni sebenarnya is bila kalau awak perasan kat sini bila period dah habis, okay, datang bulan tu dah habis kan. So dia akan repair balik ya, dia akan repair balik. So masa ni estrogen kalau awak nampak kat sini ini ada Theca cell, follicle membesar kan. So dekat sini estrogen akan increase. Okay, estrogen tadi secreted by the Theca cell. Okay, estrogen akan increase. So dekat sini estrogen akan stimulate the repairing of the thickening of the endometrial wall. Ya, so maksudnya dekat sini estrogen akan stimulate, okay, stimulate the repairing, ya, penambahbaikan repairing and the thickening, penebalan ya, dia akan baiki dan dia akan menebalkan thickening the endometrial wall kat sini. Okay, alright. So ini akan berlaku semasa proses proliferative phase. Okay, awak boleh tulis sini regeneration ataupun kat sini kita kata the repairing. Okay, penambahbaikan, repairing, okay, of the endometrial wall. Okay, that ruptured before. Okay, boleh faham? Ya, endometrium wall ataupun endometrial wall. Okay. Ejaan salah sikit. Ya, tapi tak ada masalah sebenarnya. Kalau awak tulis endometrium wall ataupun endometrial wall. Okay, never mind. Okay, endometrial wall. Okay, so masa proses proliferative ini, okay, estrogen increase. Alright? Okay. So, and then, okay, after that, berlaku proses ovulation day pada hari ke-14 ni. Okay, so di sini the Graafian follicle will burst and release the secondary oocyte kalau kita bandingkan dengan ovarian cycle tadi. Okay, and then kalau awak tengok dalam uterine, what happen in your uterus? Okay, uterus akan keep thickening. Okay, nampak tak? Ya. So maksudnya kat sini sebenarnya in the third phase is the secretory phase. Okay, secretory means macam perembesan lah ya. Secretory phase, it will occur okay, hari ke-15 sampai hari ke-18. Proliferative tadi hari ke-6 sampai hari ke-14 ya. So in secretory phase, what happen is the thickening of the endometrial wall is will be maintained, okay, by two hormones, okay, which is, okay, kalau kita tengok kat sini ovulation berlaku kan. So kat sini corpus luteum form, okay, the Graafian follicle yang pecah tadi, okay, it will become to be corpus luteum. Okay, so dekat sini corpus luteum akan secrete a little bit, okay, a little bit of estrogen, okay, and also progesterone. Progesterone lebih banyak daripada estrogen kalau kita ikut graph hormone. So progesterone is more than estrogen secreted, okay, by corpus luteum. So dekat sini, okay, estrogen and progesterone will maintain, okay, the thickening of the endometrium, okay, okay, wall. Sebab apa? Sebab masa ni, okay, the endometrium wall is prepared, okay, if any, okay, implantation of zygote occur. Okay, so sekiranya ada fertilization occur, okay, dia sudah bersedia lah, endometrial wall kat sini sudah tebal, okay, it has nourished with glandular and blood vessel. Okay, dia ada banyak nutrient, okay, blood vessel yang banyak dekat sini. So dia sangat tebal lah kat sini ya. Boleh faham? So, kenapa? Okay, kalau gambar rajah kat sini, kamu nampak endometrial wall ni terus turun dan nipis kan? Okay, kalau tak ada fertilization, okay, after hari yang ke-28 tu, okay, tak ada fertilization, okay, so corpus luteum ni dia akan degenerate kan? Okay, so it will rupture lah, because bila dia degenerate, okay, so estrogen and progesterone akan turun, okay, akan berkurang, boleh faham? And then bila estrogen progesterone ni decrease, okay, FSH and LH will increase back, okay, so dia akan start balik semula, okay, day 1 of the uterine cycle, okay, boleh faham? Alright, so kat sini tadi lupa nak tulis. Okay, kat sini awak patut tulis. Okay, secretory phase is when the phase of the thickening. Okay, and okay, maintain. Okay, of the endometrium wall. Okay, so kat sini awak kena tahu bahawa dua hormon, okay, dua hormon yang involve, okay, for example, okay, dekat proliferative phase ni adalah estrogen. Okay, dia akan stimulate the repairing of the endometrial wall, okay, at first, and then followed with the estrogen, a little bit of estrogen, okay, and also the progesterone secreted by the corpus luteum dekat sini, okay, estrogen and the progesterone, okay, we stimulate the maintain of the endometrial wall thickening. Okay, boleh faham? Alright. So overall yang kita kena tahu, okay, hormone from ovary, okay, will control the uterine cycle. Hormone from anterior pituitary gland will control the ovarian cycle. Okay. So, takat itu saja untuk ovarian dan juga uterine cycle. Okay, yang mana awak kena tahu phase by phase what happen, okay, and what are the hormone control them, okay, daripada hari apa ke hari apa. Okay, boleh faham? Okay, sekarang saya akan terangkan tentang negative dan positive feedback mechanism among hormones. Okay, di mana dia sangat penting lah. Okay, ada 3 tempat di sini yang awak kena tahu. Okay, here, the combination of the two hormones of estrogen and progesterone will exert the negative feedback on the hypothalamus and pituitary from producing, okay, of FSH and LH level. Therefore, meaning that the falling of FSH and LH level. So the drop in the FSH and LH will prevent follicle from developing and ovulation from occurring during the post-ovulatory phase. Okay, maksudnya tiada follicle akan membesar pada fasa ketiga ini. Okay. Okay, what about here? So if fertilization does not occur, corpus luteum will degenerate and stop secreting estrogen and progesterone. So the level will decrease, okay, decline. And then this cause hypothalamus once again can stimulate the pituitary gland to secrete more FSH and LH. So the ovarian cycle will start again. Number 3 is the positive feedback, okay, that caused by the high amount of estrogen secreted by Theca cell here. Okay, it will exert a positive feedback mechanism so that LH and FSH will be secreted by anterior pituitary gland, okay, rapidly increase. Okay, so sangat banyak kat sini lah. Okay, high amount of LH before ovulation day. Okay, here. Alright, that's all for this topic. Okay, so you can type your question below.